Hey, what's up everyone? Journeyman here and welcome back to Roda to Glory. Today is the first episode of our second season in charge with Roda. So it's been a pretty good summer as far as transfers go, as far as results gone. Pre-season, as you can see, perfect. 6 out of 6. Let's go to those transfers real quick and we'll tell you how the squad is going to shape up for the new season. First player incoming, as we know, we talked about him last season, Joey Konins has come in on a free transfer from PSV. So far, a pretty solid preseason. Definitely plays much better as an attacking midfielder than a striker, trying to play him in both roles, and so far, he looked really good in the whole. Next up, found myself a little bit of a wonder kid, Vitor Nascimento. Brought him in for a measly £180,000. He is a holding midfielder, as you can see, fits perfectly in my system. Bit more of a playmaking midfielder than a ball-winning one, but it'd be interesting to see how this guy develops. Currently, unfortunately, he is injured. He's going to be out 4 weeks to 2 months. The bad thing about this deal, however, is that unfortunately, to get the deal done, I had to give him a minimum fee release clause of about £5.75 million. So that wasn't really ideal, but to bring him in, but it's good to bring him in. If not, I can try and sell him on at a much higher price, and no doubt in the future he will be looked at as a player that will probably move on to a bigger club. Next up, brought in Jules Jacobs, another new gen. This time brought him in £22,000 from Patro Eisden of the Belgian First Division. Had a very impressive record there of 16 assists in 32 games for him. He's only 18 years old. This guy could be something good as well. Got a little bit of time left to go though before he's really a regular in the side. He's going to get some appearances during the season, however, for rotation purposes, because the guy's got a lot of potential and he could fit that nicely in that advanced playmaker role. Next up, we brought in Bill. Now, Bill, he's going to be a superstar. Bill is going to be... I haven't changed the name, by the way. That is just genuinely his name when I bought him. Obviously, his full name is probably something different because, you know, he's Brazilian. He's going to have some... Yeah, his real name apparently is Damio Alves Bispo, but he prefers to go by the name of Bill. So you know what? We'll call him Bill. Very happy to have him on board. Superb striker, 18 years old. Bought him only for £300,000, and he already got himself 4 goals and 6 appearances during preseason. This guy is going to be an absolute stud, and he doesn't have a minimum fee release clause, so we can keep him as long as we want. Next up, another Brazilian, hence the name of this video, the Brazilian invasion. This guy's a centre-half, Murala. 19 years old, got a lot of potential, £160,000, a little bit of a bargain in my opinion. Came off the bench mostly during preseason. I think eventually he will look to take over from Basong in the near future once Basong gets sick and tired of being here because he's kind of being disgruntled at the moment in time. But it's good to have another centre-half just back in the side so we can rotate players out, and obviously talented player, could be a really good player for the future. Alright, then I bought in a left back. I need to bring in a left back, and I bought one in on loan. In fact, I bought 2 in on loan. I'll explain the other one in just 1 second. But here's Alex Gersbach. He has joined us on loan from Rosenborg for the remainder of the season. Really good preseason for him. 3 assists in 6 appearances. Talented player. Nothing more to say about him, really. Australian international. Good to have him on board. Then I bought my second left back for extra depth because I didn't have any other options. I bought in Jay Da Silva on loan from Chelsea. Got him in for absolutely nothing for the remainder of the year. Good player. I'm happy to have him. Actually used him when I was managing Charlton very briefly. He had a great season for me at Charlton, and I'm very excited to see what he could do in Roda colours. Last year he got 20 assists in the League One. And then I returned back to Harry Wilson and brought him back in for the remainder of the season. So we actually signed Jeff Rennie Adelaide as well for another year. He's going to be with us for another year, so that's very pleasing. Happy to have him back. Absolutely, the guy is just superb. Really, I mean, it's really good to have the guy back, and he's going to do well this season. I think he's going to do very well for us. So players going out of the club. Obviously, Celestine Jim, as we know, signed for Al Hissar in Saudi Arabia for nothing. Not surprised there. Didn't want to keep him anyway. Jeremy Mayali, never played a game for me. He's gone to Tabuzi for nothing. And then we sent Sebastian James out on loan to FC Emmen for the remainder of the season. He wasn't going to get much game time with Bill and Danny in front of him. So I thought, why not get him some game time, get him some regular first team football, as it were. Then also going out of the club, as you can see, a host of players left the club on free transfers. Basically players that weren't going to make any kind of an impact. Danny Zotti came into the side a little bit towards the end of the season, but he really isn't good enough to earn a new contract. Same with Tristan Van Hoogdalem. Despite having a lot of potential, the guy never really lived up to the billing whenever I used him. And yeah, that's really about it. So there's a lot of crap going out. And that's going into the season as well. As you can see from the media, we are predicted to finish 12th in the table with odds of 400 to 1 to win the league. My expectation and the board's expectation is going to be a mid-table to upper mid-table finish. However, knowing the squad and the players I've brought in, I feel like this season could be a little bit of a transition period. So we're going to probably finish mid-table. If I was going to be honest with you, we could make a cup run, however. We do have the talent to really make a dent. We played really well against some big teams last year as well. If we can duplicate those kind of performances, who knows? We might be able to get into Europe. That's the goal, at least, I think, in my mind. If we get into Europe, I think that would be a fantastic season, at least a possibility. Alright, so we have our first game of the season up against FC20. I don't really know how to pronounce the name. I thought it was Trant, but apparently I was corrected. It was like pronounced 20 or something similar to that. But anyway, we're going against them. Very tough start to the season, and then we play Feyenoord. So the fixture man didn't really give us two very kind fixtures to begin with. So going into the first game of the season, we've got a couple of injury concerns. Obviously, Vitor is injured, and then Danny as well. He's out as well. Danny's going to be out 8 to 11 days, which means Bill will get a start today. So in goal for us to start the season is going to be Hida Eurus. Right back, Henk Dijkhuizen. On the left, Gersbach is going to make the start of Cum and Basong through the middle. Midfield of Natic and Albuquerque. Midfield, Van Velzen is going to be on the right this time. Harry Wilson and Jeff Rene Adelaide is going to be in the attacking midfield positions. And then, of course, Bill is going to lead the line. All right, so here we go. Second season has just started right now. Let's try and get off to a good start for the season. And you never know. If you get off to a good start, you might be able to get into Europe. All right, first half, and little to absolutely nothing to talk about. There's been no highlights whatsoever. Neither team has been threatening the opposition goal whatsoever. It's basically been one big stalemate out there. So we're going to make a quick change. Now, Jade Silva is definitely more aggressive of the fullbacks compared to Gersbach. So I am going to bring De Silva in for the second half so you can make some kind of an impact from the attacking midfield role. Sorry, the attacking fullback role. And then the attacking midfield. Now, this is where it gets a little bit difficult because we have interchangeable players. I like to have Van Velzen and Adelaide switch from time to time. And I like how that works, but Wilson can also do the same job for me. So I might put Adelaide behind Bill and then move Wilson out wide. Because basically all three of our attacking talent have had very, very little of the ball so far, and as you can see, that reflects in the average ratings there. So I'm going to make that little adjustment, and we'll see how that works out for us. All right, first highlight of the second season, and let's see how it goes too. So Eurus has got the ball here now. He's going to look long. Obviously, Bill doesn't have the physical prowess that Danny does. Can't win that in the air. There's Van Velzen, though, to Wilson. Wilson's through on goal. Harry Wilson's through on goal. Oh, what a save from the keeper. Forced to Bill. He keeps it in and pulls it back to Natic. Oh, another good save there from the keeper. Good build-up play, though. First real chance of the campaign. Here's Wilson from the corner kick to McCreaney, to De Silva at the edge of the area, to Natic. He turns well. That's a good challenge. And they're going to be able to get, they're going to be able to get the ball clear here. In fact, here's a counter-attack, but it's easily snuffed out in the end. All right, there's Dijkhuizen. Back to Bill, who struggled today. He really hasn't played very well. There's Boy. Drifts inside. Terrible effort there from the Tranty striker. Alright, so as I mentioned, Bill was having a pretty tough game at that. I'm tempted to bring him off. However, what I might do is I might leave him on. Baptism by fire and all that stuff. But I may change the attack in front. So I'm going to bring on Paulison to play in behind Bill. And whatever changes, I could have bring on Jacobs though. I'm going to leave it as is then. Alright, so I'm going to bring on Paulison, and we'll see how that works out. So here's Van Velzen now playing behind Bill. That's to Wilson. Good cross to Bill. Oh, Bill with the flicked header onto the post. Unlucky for the Brazilian. Good effort there. Alright, here's Lendl. So Peterson. The ball's bounced out in the box, and it's a goal. Looks like it may not count. The assistant linesman does have his flag off, I think. Yep, it's going to be offside, so we got away with that one. Alright, 15 minutes left to go. I'm going to bring off Bill. He's not had a good game today, so I'm going on Joey Conan's instead. Different kind of a striker. We'll have him on Poacher instead. But disappointing start to the campaign for Bill. A bit expectations of him. Maybe the maybe the situation was too much for him to handle, but whatever the case is, disappointing display from the young Brazilian. Here's Basang to McCreaney to Adelaide. Terrible ball. There's McCreaney. Back to Adelaide. He's now through on goal. Jeff Rennie, Adelaide gets in there 1-0. Right at the end here. Could be a dramatic winner here for Roda. Get in there, Jeff Rennie, Adelaide. Assist there from the sub Mitchell Paulison as well. I like having lots of attacking options, all interchangeable. Adelaide found himself right behind the striker there. Got a little bit of space at the edge of the area. And a great finish from the on-loan man from Arsenal. Alright, so here's a chance now for 20 to get back in the game. Ooh, that goes narrowly wide. Alright, so for the last few minutes of the game at least, I'm going to switch to a defensive mentality. There should be enough then to see us home. Alright, here is perhaps a late opportunity now for Trant. The ball goes in the box there. Clear, but not very well. There's Theska at the edge of the area to Lendor, to Laukraut, to Fesco. The effort, easy save there from Hideurus. Oh, by the way, Hideurus is back. I forgot to mention that at the start of the episode. Hida came back. Is on loan for another season, so that's a good addition. It's a good addition to the first team. Good to have him back. All right, here's the end. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. 10 seconds left to go. We just couldn't keep a clean sheet. Couldn't keep hold of the ball. Paulison gave the ball away very, very cheaply there. Set up the counter-attack, and it was a good finish in the end. Eurus had no chance, but disappointing to throw away a win like that right at the end. Disappointing. Alright, and there's the full-time whistle. So the game's finished 1-1. Yeah, disappointing, really, honestly. Could have got off the season with an absolute fantastic result against FC Twente away from home, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. Disappointing also debut display from Bill, so that's something that he's going to have to improve on. So I'm going to do one episode this game, and next episode is going to be up tomorrow, and that'll be up against Feyenoord. And we'll do 2 episodes in that one, so it'll be Feyenoord, and looks like it's going to be Feyenoord and Groningen. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Groningen and Feyenoord. But it's good to be back on Road to Glory. Obviously, made a lot of good signings during the summer. Maybe it just takes a little bit of time for them to gel. Once everything gets settled, though, I think we're going to have a pretty good team this year. But thank you all so much for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember to leave a like on it. What do you think of the signing so far? Do you have a favourite signing? What are your predictions for the year? I think we're going to finish 8th place. Personally, I think 8th is a realistic goal for us, and I think we could qualify for Europe either through the cup competitions or through the European playoffs. Let me know in the comments below what do you guys think. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Goodbye, everyone.